views for this past week. So we want to thank you guys
Thank you
so much for that. We are going nowhere but up, and that's all because you guys are participating. You're giving us feedback live while we're doing this show, and we couldn't be more thankful for it. So,
Rob, sorry, PJ, just got a no audio from Mike Miles. We're good.
All right, no problem.
Audio's on. PJ, if you want to take that from the top. And guys, if you're watching, all right, Mike Miles just said now there's audio. PJ.
All right, very good. What's up, guys? This is PJ Wendell.
We're live here, guys.
And AJ Bufumo, and we are back for week 4. So first thing I want you guys to do is I want you to share that live feed. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1. Share the live feed. Now, the man you see to our left over here, Jimmy Valm, thank you so much for coming on down.
My pleasure, guys. My pleasure. For me, it's coming up. It's coming up.
Exactly,
for me. Yeah.
Yes. He comes all the way up from Cape May Brewery. So Jimmy represents Cape May Brewery. He is the head of brewery operations there. And we'll get into detail about everything that he's doing and all the fun stuff that they're doing down there at Cape May Brewery. But there are some topics that we would like to talk about in the interim. And as you guys might be able to see, you actually can't see on screen yet, but you will in just a few minutes. We are 4 for 4 with deliveries of food, and today is no different, man.
Batting 1,000, PJ, batting 1,000.
And we got
you're here for it.
I'm glad to be here for this.
We got incredible food today. We got the Domesticated Dad, which is a catering company and also a brick-and-mortar location in Oakhurst, New Jersey, who was awesome enough to send us some really incredible food. You'll be able to see that there is skirt steak quesadillas that are up front. We've also got some really giant poblano peppers that are stuffed with bacon and cheese. And then there's also mozzarella bricks that look pretty awesome. And then one very special thing that they do with the Domesticated Dad is they do brown bag lunches. So they will send lunches out to all different locations, either home, or you can do catering for live events, for parties and things like that. Extra lunches, big man lunches like you see up there. So we have some really, really awesome stuff from the Domesticated Dad. So we want to thank you guys for sending us this delicious food. We absolutely will be digging into it before very long. And I also want to give a shout out to my Pork Island brother out there.
There he is.
Jim House, right here on the show.
From Pork Island.
He is another big time supporter of the show, and we make sure that we can say thank you to Jim for all of your support as well.
And of course, at home they're not going to be able to see, but the back of the shirt reads "Go Pig or Go Home."
I
so
love
remember
that
that.
slogan.
Take that with you. Go Pig or Go Home. Harry Simon says,
Yeah, thank you very much for everything that Jim does. So Jim actually stopped by on Thursday night.
Yeah.
I went down to Cape May and went to Chickies and Pete's down in Egg Harbor Township. And we hung out, and that's actually where I got to shoot the breeze with Jimmy over here. And got to learn about all the awesome things. It was a great time, and I'm so thankful that I was able to get down there. So what they did, if you guys watched the show last week, Weyerbacher came in, and they were awesome. They brought a big old keg of this delicious new beer that they put together. It's an IPL. So it's an India Pale Lager, and it is called Paradise 160, which was absolutely delicious, and I loved it. We loved it so much on the show that I was like, how can I get a little bit more of this? and
I know how.
Miles told me, come down to the kickoff event, and I was like, that's absolutely perfect. So I shot down on Thursday. I went live a few times, so I got to talk to you, some of you guys on the live feed, and from there, I shot the breeze with Jimmy and a bunch of other people down there and really learned a little bit about what's going on down with Cape May Brewery. I've always tried your beers, and I've really liked them. But now I got a little bit more of an inside look as to what's going on, as well as
all the dirty laundry.
Exactly. I'm sure I didn't learn all the dirty laundry. I'm sure there's plenty of it to go around.
There was enough beer flowing. I'm sure you learned more than your fair share.
I learned a little, but there's definitely more to learn. So that means let's drink some more beer today.
And guys, as we're on that close, Rob, check real quick. I just got a comment here that my mic might be off, but mic is not off. All right, guys. Yeah, if you could just give us a quick heads up, let us know you could hear all of us. But let's go that close up there of Jimmy. We got to pay some tribute to this beard.
Oh.
Let's talk a little bit about this beard here, Peter.
The beard of epicness.
As a matter of fact, before the show, I actually suggested we take the muff off of the microphone there, because I think
yeah,
the beard would do a sufficient job on its own.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're actually going to try and feed that beard later. One of these quesadillas from Domesticated Dad.
It'll eat your goddamn hand.
What's great about that is that I was hanging out next to him, and I thought I had a pretty sweet beard until I stood next to Jimmy, and I was like, man, my beard is like midget beard compared to his beard. So we actually got a funny compliment. Me and Jimmy were talking down at that kickoff event, and a girl comes up to us, and she goes, you guys have two sweet beards. And I was like, oh, thanks, but mine dwarfs in comparison to that one.
Have you guys seen that viral video right now? I don't know who the girl is, but she just walks around to guys with beards and just records herself up next to them rubbing their beard.
No,
I haven't.
It's a good one.
I haven't seen, where is she so I know
page.
where to avoid.
No, you don't want to avoid her. You don't want to avoid her. You don't let her get right up. You probably let her live in your beard.
It's just a little, okay.
That's funny.
No, you'd let this girl move in. She could just live in the beard for a week or two. You'd be fine.
Nice. So one thing I want to do, I want to get back to Domesticated Dad. We want to give them their pub because they gave us some really incredible food today. AJ could not hold back, and he already dove into it. So AJ,
hungry.
the skirt steak quesadillas, how were they?
They're banging. Now, I'm telling you, we get treated great by everybody that comes by Essential Guy Talk. They're very, very authentic. And that's, you know what? I mean, that's the number one thing I look for when I'm eating something, PJ. I want something hearty. I want something meaty. And I want authentic.
Yeah.
I want something very authentic. I want it to taste like it was cooked in my very own kitchen, my mother's kitchen, something like that. And this hits it, man. This is hearty. This is authentic. I'm very, very impressed. Thank you, Domesticated Dad.
All right, cool. So speaking of Domesticated Dad, which you can see them on their website at thedomesticateddad.net, and you can hire them for catering events and things like that. But they do very homemade, delicious breakfasts.
Right.
So if you'd like to get yourself a delicious breakfast, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put 10 minutes on the clock, and we are going to give away a Domesticated Dad $10 gift card.
All right.
To go and get yourself some breakfast. So, again, this will not count you out of the major prize that we're going to give away at the end. But if you'd like to win a little a secondary prize type of deal, get in there and say, Domesticated Dad, I'm in.
That's Domesticated Dad. Jimmy, just so you know, this was something that last week we developed because to make sure everybody out there in our audience that we absolutely love, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We hope we make your Monday night as special as you make it for us. But what we did was we set a little guideline early in the show that it would be 30 days. Once you win a prize on Essential Guys, it would be 30 days before you could win another.
Oh, okay.
But now we kind of taken the reins off that and just limited that to the grand prizes. So, of course, somebody wants to be in for the Domesticated Dad or some of the swag that you brought that we're going to talk about in a little while.
Yeah, that won't
go
preclude
ahead and
them.
get in there.
They can get in on the big granddaddy too. But if you win the grand prize at the end, then you're out for 30 days. You can't win another big prize. But it's awesome. We've had a lot of interaction. We've had a lot of people that really want to win these prizes. So we're excited. Rob Rodriguez says, hey, guys, what's up, Rob?
Nuno's been out there, too. Nuno's been calling us out all night. Nuno, happy to have you here, buddy.
All right, guys, so here's what I want from you. The timer is going. It's down to 8.5 minutes or so. So what I'd like from all of you guys right now, let's share the live feed.
Oh, we're going to do it.
We're going to do 3, 2, 1. Share that live feed, guys. So get the live feed out there and then comment in there saying Domesticated Dad, I'm in. Now, here's another thing. Cape May Brewing Company is in here and said, can we win that CMBC growler? I'm assuming you guys got a lot of them, so you might be out for that one.
There's a couple of those floating around down there.
There's a couple floating around.
You'll be all right.
But
later,
2 or 3.
Later in the show, we are going to give away a Cape May Brewing Company swag pack, which includes a hat. It includes the growler, and it does include a T-shirt, which I can't bring on set right now because Jimmy brought a green shirt.
I brought a green shirt. I want to say, I know who that is who's saying that they want that growler. Courtney, I know that's you, Courtney. So way to go.
All right, so I can hold it up right here in front of me, away from the
green
screen.
It's in the bag right down there.
Oh, Eddie Porskevas is here. Bufumo, I see you there.
There it is.
All right.
Yeah.
As William Dean brought up before, Louise. That's how we were talking about something home cooked. Louise, that's of course my mother. We were
Yep.
talking about
right,
mom's
yeah.
home cooking. That's Lulu. We got that out there.
Yes, and I saw that
Oh, wait a
hilarious
minute.
video that you shared last week, which was really, really funny. Of you singing
Mother's
"We're
Day.
Not Gonna Take It" in the car.
My mother's a good sport. Hey, we have a PJ. If you could take a quick look. Let me pull that up. I didn't pull that up. We're gonna do that real quick.
Hold
All
it
right.
right there. Okay,
It is
nowhere
picking
else.
up green. Okay.
There it
Can
is.
you guys?
Oh,
It's getting
okay,
green.
barely.
It's getting green. What if I put it right in front of my
It
chest
is really
here, guys?
green.
Nah, it gets worse.
No, it just gets.
All right.
Straight through green screen.
All right, so we're gonna hold it right
yeah.
there down in front of the table. All right, here we go.
There it is.
So there's your
All
Cape
right.
May shirt.
There's a K-May shirt.
That is and it's nice, man. Nice material here. Soft shirt.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
we
this.
don't mess about, man. Yeah,
I
get
like
the
this,
good
man.
stuff.
Show the guns off in the summertime. I might enter
Hey,
for
what
this
else are you
one.
gonna do down at the shore, right? Sun's out, guns out.
That's right. Yeah, I said the way I met you was suns out, guns out. You had a sleeveless shirt on that night on Thursday.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. So
All right, so William Dean, domesticated dad. I'm in. See, PJ, take a quick look. See if you see.
all
any
right.
others.
So we've got Dave Martin, domesticated dad. We got Nuno Rodriguez, domesticated dad. I'm in. I want to scroll back.
Number 2. I got William Dean. Number 1. Number 2 is Nuno was in there.
Once again, if you want in right now, say domesticated dad. I'm in.
Domesticated dad. I'm in.
Don't forget the.
I have them right here, so I can scroll back.
You
here
got
to
it?
see
All
everybody.
right.
So that looks.
Cakes is with us tonight. Love you, babe.
All right, very good. So
This is
bring
Dave Martin
back.
says needs to get down to the brewery. Yeah, you do. Come on down. It's a perfect time of year to come on down to the Cape May Brewery.
There you
man.
go.
Glad you take the beers.
Our grand prize tonight, I do want to tell you about that as well. So you guys are going to want to stick around the entirety of the show because at the end of the show, we're going to be giving away a summer breeze fishing trip for 6 people. Now, it doesn't have to be all adults. You can bring your kids too. It is kids friendly, but it is a fishing and also trolling the marina type of trip.
Right.
So it's not this deep sea fishing and, casting your lines out in rough waters. You get to troll around the Belmar Marina, really enjoy the water, and enjoy a 3 or 4 hour trip out on the water. So it's a $360 value that we're giving away today as the grand prize. So I'm really excited to do that for you guys. So at the end of the show, we'll let you know how to get in on that. So our numbers are growing. You guys are tuning in, which we thank you very much for. And at this point in the show, there's a topic that I want to talk about before
And if we
get
could,
into...
PJ, before you start off on that topic, if we could just get the domesticated dad I'm in, even if you said it already, I'm sorry, we were kind of working out with that T-shirt, so I missed a few. Just from this point here, go ahead.
I've got it right here. There's nobody else. There's
All right, so we got William Dean
Dave,
then right now.
no,
All
we
right.
have Dave Martin and Nuno. Who
Dave
also said they
Martin,
were in.
Nuno. All right.
So if you guys want in on the Domesticated Dad $10 gift card, get yourself some breakfast. Say Domesticated Dad, I'm in. It's located in Oakhurst. We'll get you guys some tasty food. All right, Dave Evans is back. Welcome to the program once again, buddy. Tracy Lombardi is back. We got some people checking in. All right, so the thing I want to do right now, I want to talk about probably the news of the week, shocking news.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you're from Seattle, or you spent a lot of time in Seattle.
I grew up
there.
out there. Yeah.
So this probably touches home for you.
Yeah.
Chris Cornell, 52 years old, of Soundgarden and Audio Slave, unfortunately took his own life the other day. That's what it's looking like, apparently.
Real sad.
It's devastating for me. I mean, I was a huge Soundgarden fan growing up. I'm the youngest of 4.
Right.
So I used to listen to Soundgarden from probably 3, 4, 5 years old on up. And his voice was like the voice of a generation as far as rock goes for me. It didn't get better. He was just as controlled of a voice as you could get. He could hit all the high notes and hit the low ones as
His
well.
range was incredible. It really
Unbelievable.
was, and like nobody could scream like him either, and just
That's
like
it.
hold it, get that good
Yeah.
rock and roll scream going.
Yeah.
It was unreal, unbelievable.
So, I mean, obviously, it's pretty devastating. So if everybody could hit the hearts right now, give
Let's
them a
get
little
some
tribute.
hearts.
Let's get all those hearts flowing. I'll even do it myself right here.
Yeah, let's get a
because
couple hearts in here for Chris.
We all love Chris Cornell. So did you love Soundgarden? Did you love Audio Slave? Did you love them both? AJ, what about you?
Well, I think let's talk about. We obviously want to keep this on Chris Cornell because we're celebrating his life and what he brought, but to share something very personal, some of the members of the audience, I know PJ knows. You may be learning this for the first time, Jimmy, but I did spend some time having some fun as a professional wrestler.
All right.
And as a professional wrestler, I was Power Child Eric Justice.
Power child.
Now, the cool thing about this is, now, first off, as you guys were saying, such command, such power behind that voice.
Yeah.
Now, when I heard that song for the first time and it was "Show Me the Power Child," I thought that was so cool. And I thought Power Child was all one word. Then later on, I found out that it was "Show Me the Power Child."
Right.
And that's what kind of made me right.
Yeah.
Right. So it's "Show Me the Power Child," and then just combining that, and then I may have even used that as my theme song for a short amount of time. But yeah, just combining that, and being in high school in the '90s and seeing the big four bands coming out, and we were very much wrapped up in that. The Soundgarden, Nirvana, Alice in Chains, and
Pearl Jam,
of course. Yeah. I mean, that was just such a special era. So the question I have for you, Jimmy, is this is a comment that I read from Lane Staley, of course, from Alice in Chains.
Yep.
And what he
Another
said.
one who left us too soon.
We've lost two of the big four. And
Three.
Yeah. Forgive me, guys. Three of the. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So what I read from Lane Staley was that the fact that these four bands had the opportunity to stay in Seattle and kind of, let's say, marinate in Seattle and take in the culture of Seattle before they went mainstream and were brought to New York City and brought to the big time is what really gave us that sound of that generation that we really may never experience again.
Yeah, no, I definitely think so. I mean, especially I moved out to Seattle in the mid '80s, and in the mid to late '80s when grunge was really starting to get developed and come into its own. Seattle was still really isolated from the rest of the country. I mean, it's all the way up there in the corner in Washington State. Hundreds of miles from the next city, being Portland, Oregon, and even that's still like pretty isolated as well. So when you're that far off, isolated in your own little world, I mean, yeah, you're really able to come up with something that's very new and very unique and individual to Seattle. I mean, I remember when grunge really started to explode, and they called it the Seattle Sound. And it was absolutely right. There was nobody else that was really doing that style of music. And then it started getting copied all over the place. But
I think the word grunge kind of did a disservice to what the music was, because
Right.
it wasn't all grunge. I mean,
No.
there were Nirvana and those guys, then Pearl Jam, that were taking over that style.
Yep.
But there were some other styles of music that, I don't think Soundgarden was grunge.
Yeah, but
No,
let's not forget though, PJ, they made grunge a term of endearment.
Yes,
Yeah.
they did. But I'm saying they didn't all fit into that category.
No, I mean it's an interesting category, grunge. It's where like heavy metal and punk rock and pop music all kind of come together, and in a strange and interesting way. I mean, there are a lot of other bands that I absolutely love from that place and that era that didn't make it as big, like the Melvins, which are much more on the heavy metal side,
Right.
and Mudhoney, which is a little bit more on the punk
yeah.
rock
Somebody
side.
said in the comments, Mudhoney. Nuno
Yeah,
said Mudhoney.
Mudhoney. Yes.
So we're going to get right back to that, but I do want to give away the domesticated dad prize.
we're going?
It ticked
All right.
down to 0,
Who is
so it
it?
just popped back up there. But so we're going to say 1 minute right now. So if you'd like to
1
win
minute
yourself
for
a
domesticated dad.
$10 gift card right now,
Oops.
type on in domesticated dad. I'm in. Andy, put Andy Crimmins.
I got
down.
Andy Crimmins and PJ. It looks like we got Chris Malkin, Zach Benisti, Pete Digger, Mike Randazzo all joining us tonight.
Very good. All repeat listeners, repeat viewers. That's awesome.
Good to
Thank
have you guys
very
with
much.
us.
So once again, if you want to win this $10 gift card, make sure that you say, I'm in. There we go. Pete Digger. He said, I'm in right now. So there's Pete Digger.
We got Digger in there. What's up, Pete? Good to have you.
All right. So 30 seconds left. So if you want in on the prize right now, last time you're going to say it. All right. So there we go.
Yeah,
Michelangelo
Pete, I know it's
Randazzo. Kim Grace, I'm in. Michelangelo Randazzo. Say the domesticated
Kim-
dad
we
I'm
got
in,
Kim-
just
all
so
right,
we know
Randazzo's
exactly what
in.
you're in for,
All
but
right.
we know those guys are in. We're going to give it away in just a couple of seconds. So what do we got? We got 6 or 7?
Randazzo, you'll like it over there. We got some meat quesadilla. When are we digging it? Right after this, we're
Right
digging
after
in.
this, we're digging in. So we got Kim on
All
there
right.
too, Kim Grace. So I think we have our top 7 there, right?
We got 7. All right, we're going for it.
Let's do it.
Let's do a share.
3, 2, 1. Share that live feed.
All right.
And here we go. Number 3, Nuno Rodriguez.
Nuno Rodriguez.
Congratulations.
Taking home the Domesticated Dad gift card.
There you go. So congratulations to Nuno. I will get you that gift card after the show. There's my mother checking on in. Hi, guys. Mom here.
What's up, Mommy Wendell?
Yeah.
Zach asked, where's the meat? There's the meat right down. Go, bring that meat up. Come on, let's go. Yeah, come on, let's go. Let's bring that meat up right now. Zach wants to see the meat.
Beautiful.
We're going to bring this thing up?
That's it. That's it.
Is that what you want?
That's good to me. That looks good to me.
Oh, yeah.
I want that real quick. Grab that AJ bag. I got to show everyone
Dig into the
that
bag and see what's in it. Yeah,
Domesticated Dad.
all the deliciousness.
So, check this out. Domesticated Dad, they sent us personalized bags. This one reads AJ right here. Let's dig into this. Let's see what they get. So it's kind of like I'm a little kid now. I'm going off to the schoolhouse with my mittens, and I got the man
Is there an encouraging note from your mom in there?
There's probably going to be a little note in here, but yeah, but PJ's right. I mean,
It's a
is
big
like
bag
pow.
right there. There's
This
some
is-
stuff in it.
This is the Power Child bag right here.
Show me the power, child.
Knowing
All right.
you, it'll probably say like, "Now be a good boy, AJ.
Let's
Behave."
Let's see what we got in here now.
Make sure you don't curse too much
Yeah.
on air.
Mom loves you.
AJ is probably the last person.
Oh,
to curse.
that looks like homemade
All right,
pink lemonade.
so we got a homemade pink lemonade.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
The essential guys will drink pink lemonade.
Sure.
Oh hell yeah.
We're secure
What
enough
else
to
do we
drink some
have?
pink.
Exactly. All right, so what do I have a bag of here? Let's see. It's looking good, PJ.
actually
Oh, these are
looks-
the homemade potato chips.
Oh, nice.
These are the
Very
homemade
nice.
potatoes. This isn't any
Oh.
Lay's or Doritos that you got at Schoolhouse. This is homemade from Domesticated Dad.
There we
you
go.
got that, Rob? Homemade from Domesticated Dad.
And Rob, we got a bag for you over here, so you're
Uh-huh.
gonna get some goodies in a minute.
All right, and now we got dessert. Look at this. So what is this here? So this is an ooey gooey cinnamon chocolate chip awesomeness.
Nice.
Look at
so
that.
you got a little dessert, you got a snack, and then you got your main course up here. So once again, we got poblano peppers that are stuffed with cheese and
Right.
bacon. We got these mozzarella bricks. I guess I touched it, so I got to eat it. And then we have a big old tray right here of what is it? Skirt steak.
We got skirt
Skirt
steak.
steak
quesadillas. So we're
Oh,
getting
man.
ready to eat. If you guys want me to chow down, I want you all to hit share right now.
All
so
right,
do it up.
Shout down. It's going to be 3,
2,
1.
1.
Share
Share it up.
for Domesticated Dad.
All right, so here's
Wait,
what I want to...
cousin Michael's here with us for the first time. Every time I see AJ, he's eating.
That's right. I've said it too. He started eating before the show started, but you got to get in there. And Erica said save some of that for me, babe.
She wants this. Babe, this is coming home for you.
I gotta say, I think the ooey gooey cinnamon chocolate chip awesomeness, the awesomeness there is redundant. I mean, just just by the description, you know it's going to be pure
It's
awesomeness.
self-explanatory, right?
That's awesome.
All right, so I do want to get into the meat and potatoes, so to speak, of
Right.
this interview. So I'd like to
Gotcha.
talk about the reason why you're here, which is Cape May Brewery. We'll get back to Chris Cornell. I do want to talk about him just a little bit more. But we have some awesome-looking beer on the table. I'd like to learn about the company that brewed it. So let's talk a little bit. So the first question that I have for you is, can you give me a little background on Cape May Brewery themselves?
Yeah, the Cape May Brewery started in July of 2011. It was started by two friends who met as freshmen at Villanova University. That would be Ryan and Chris. Oh,
Villanova.
thank you.
My brother went to
Oh
Villanova.
yeah. So and Ryan's dad, Bob, as well, who we all refer to as Mop Man.
Nice.
So they, they used to vacation down at Bob's house in Avalon all the time and go down to Cape May and back then that area was actually kind of like a desert for craft beer. There wasn't really anything that was really all that good down there. The occasional Yingling or Blue Moon, and that was about it. And they had been home brewing for a while and said, well, neither of us are very happy with our jobs. Why don't we give it a shot? Why don't we try and start a brewery? Sure. So for a while they did it just on the small scale, kept their day jobs, but eventually got to be so big that they quit their jobs, and it just exploded since then. Their first year, we brewed 50 barrels of beer. If you really want to know what a barrel is, put it in the comments or something. Maybe I'll explain it later. But 50 barrels of beer. But these days, today, we brewed 60 barrels of beer today. So we brew each day now more than we brewed in the entire first year.
More in a day than in the very first year.
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly. we've expanded a couple of times, and now we're in a new building that's 100 yards away from our tasting room. We turned our old facility into a sour facility, so it's dedicated for sours. We make sure we're not contaminating anything else that we do, so we got a really nice sour program going. We've grown to be about the third largest craft brewery in New Jersey now, and the sky's just the limit. We're not even in the whole state yet. We're like up to Monmouth and Mercer counties.
I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Just recently, I've been getting excited because I've been seeing them pop up more and more on tap lines around here, and that makes me really excited because I've enjoyed Cape May for a couple of years now.
Awesome. Thank you.
And one of our buddies, he worked for you for a little while, and he introduced me to a lot of beers that I hadn't had a chance to try before.
All right.
And I've really fallen in love with your sour program.
I
think you guys are terrific in that.
That's I gotta give all the credit to that down to our head brewer Brian Hink.
Great.
He is a sour master, and only recently have I started being able to contribute really to what he's grown into this amazing program down there. If it was up to him, we'd probably brew nothing but sours. So he really loves that style and has been doing a fantastic job. I mean, we got some really good stuff in the works.
So
we
you'll
got
like
things.
this.
John
Verdensky, he's from Yuengling.
Yeah.
He checks in with us now.
Oh, okay, all right.
So when you said in the comments that you would let people know what a barrel of beer is, he's helping you out. He said a BBL is 31 gallons of beer. So
there it is.
There you
a
go.
barrel
So
is 31 gallons.
So you're doing 61 gallons.
Yeah,
in a day.
barrels a day.
Yeah.
So
It comes out
to
to about 800 cases when it's all said and done. About 800 cases of beer a day is what we'll make. Yeah.
Kevin Cohn is cheering you with the beer mugs down there.
Nice. Yeah. Is he with the Mug Club? Probably. Yeah. So
we'll get some. Kevin will be over the summer. We'll get some to Kevin.
We're the sky's the limit. We do a little bit in Philadelphia. We want to start doing a little bit more into there. We want to start coming further north in New Jersey, and and just let it grow organically and not push things. Working a lot with word of mouth.
Not overextend yourself.
No. We could have done a big expansion this year, but we actually let's kind of calm down a little bit and focus on the quality. Make sure that we've got everything that we need in place to ensure that the quality is where it needs to be before we do that big push.
Do you recognize Monmouth County as Central Jersey, or do you recognize us as North Jersey?
For me, I recognize Monmouth as Central Jersey.
Thank
you
very much.
Yeah. To me, it's Central Jersey.
I don't understand why people don't get that. If you take the state and fold it in half, there is a center there.
Oh, okay.
And there's about 20 miles of radius.
You're really particular on this.
Yes, it drives me nuts because they call us... The guys from the north call us South Jersey.
Yeah.
The guys from the south call us North Jersey,
Yeah.
and neither one are correct. It's Central Jersey.
Central Jersey.
Especially when you're along the shore.
Yeah.
We really do have our own culture here because
do.
I do think South Jersey is very much influenced by Philadelphia. I do think North Jersey very much influenced by New York, and I think here in Central Jersey we do have our very own character, our very own personality.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is it Taylor ham or is it pork roll? Because that one's a big one.
That's a big one.
You'll get guys that'll yell at each other for a half hour and then stop talking to each other because one of them calls it Taylor ham.
It might even turn into come to blows over it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean,
really
you can call it Taylor ham, but it's pork roll, and you're wrong if you call it the other. But
you can even show them the label. It says, "See, it's Taylor ham."
Says,
No. They do. They get a bit nuts over that.
They do.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Jimmy, let's see if you're really on your game here.
Oh boy.
Andy wants to know what's a buttload of beer.
What's a buttload? Well, okay, a butt is actually a specific size of barrel. Sherry is often aged in butts, and I believe it's about 65 to 70 gallons is a butt. So a buttload is about 65 gallons of beer.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're getting mostly pork roll. We're getting mostly pork roll.
Of course. Now, you opened up Pandora's box here with the pork roll.
Well, Michael Jackson said Giants or Eagles. There's another one that splits the state.
Yeah. We
I'd like
won't
to say
get into that.
Split the other half and give it away. This is Giants country.
Yeah.
That's right. I actually think it's more like 2/3 Giants and like a third down south.
You know what, PJ? I think if you did have to split the state in half, I really think the Manasquan River is the Mason-Dixon line.
You think so?
Yes, I do. I just think that right there, the split from Monmouth to Ocean County, I think that's where there's the real cultural change.
Well, isn't that where the Mason-Dixon line is
Yeah.
anyway? No, it is right there, like the southern border of Pennsylvania. So when we moved down to Cape May, I was telling my fiance, I was telling her, we're south of the Mason-Dixon line. She's like, no, we're not. We're not south of the Mason-Dixon line. It turns down, it goes down Delaware. It's like, I don't know. We're south of the Mason-Dixon line here.
We got asked here, Jimmy. Who is your football team?
Go Pack. Go Pack.
Yeah, we can't hate on that. I mean,
No, you can't-
There
you
are
can't
a
hate
lot,
on that.
lot of people that love the Packers,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
At least it's not.
But
Philly.
very close second, Giants.
And you know what? And I gotta tell you the truth, I'm just flip flop, big Giants fan here.
Right.
But I went out to a game in Green Bay. Have you been?
I haven't actually. I have
Get
not
there.
been to the promised land.
Get
yet.
there. I do want to go back one day when they're not playing the Giants, just so I can root for the Packers.
Yeah.
They are some of the nicest fans on the
Yeah.
planet. Before they, first off, people let you park on their grass.
Yeah.
So it's not like
Yeah.
Giant Stadium.
They might
where
charge you
it-
$10 for the pleasure, but
Oh, I'm happy to do it.
because the team is owned by the town.
Yeah.
Which is the cool
It's
thing.
the only publicly owned professional sports team in America. Yeah.
And that's the way it should be, I think.
Yeah.
You know, if your town has an influence in decisions that you make, and
Yeah.
you know the tickets aren't just going to a guy that's collecting billions, I
Nah.
think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish more could follow that pattern, but it's just not
I
going to
do
happen,
too.
especially in
Yeah.
New York and New Jersey.
Right.
No way.
Yep.
All right, guys. So once again, I do want you to share. We're not going to do 3, 2, 1 share because I do hear that we do that too much sometimes. But we're excited that we are
I
getting.
just like the way it looks on the screen.
Yeah, it looks really cool. But one thing I want to do.
That was live too.
What's that? What happened? Nice, you got it in the beard. I get everything in the beard.
Oh yeah.
That's
what it's there for, so
Anything
you
that
can
goes
taste it
up
a
to my
couple hours
mouth,
later.
I get a couple pieces of residue that just kind of hang out for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And then I wonder, what was that? Sweet. I had a bagel before.
You know,
That's
the
one of
only
nicest-
time.
when it's this big, you can almost look down and actually see. I can be like, oh, is there anything there? No, okay, I'm clean.
The only time, I mean, you're talking to a guy that shaves every day. First thing I do when I wake up, but
What do we got here? No, you can keep talking, but I'm just saying.
the only, I see.
So let's get back to our interview.
Real
because
quick,
there are
I
a
just want to say
couple-
the only time in my life I ever grew a beard was when I was Brutus for Halloween. I could not wait for November 1st.
yeah, to get it off and just be done with it. All right, so Cape May, you do a lot of styles. You're great with your sours. What would you say is kind of right in the wheelhouse of what Cape May does? What would you say is like the signature style? For you?
I would say IPAs. You know, I know that may sound a little bit cliche these days. Everybody's doing IPAs and everything, but our IPAs are really stellar, and we work very, very hard on them. When I came down there, I worked with our head brewer Brian on a new method of dry hopping for us that allows us to very efficiently really get good extraction of those oils out of the hops. The sours as well are really big. There aren't too many places in South Jersey that are doing sour ales. So having us do a nice variety of them is really quite unique for South Jersey.
Nice.
So I think so too. But the IPAs, we've always got IPAs on. Our flagship is an IPA. We got a double IPA as well in our core range, and then we're constantly coming out with quite a few. I actually got a really nice one here that we just came out with.
that was
that we'll
another
taste
reason
later
why I
on.
asked. I wanted to segue right into
Right.
one of the IPAs.
What do you
that
want
got.
to? You want to start off with that one? Start off with the
What
IPA?
would you recommend? Should we start off with one of the lower ABV? Go with it?
Yeah. Well, they're both about the same ABV. I was thinking we'd start off with the summer ale because it's a little bit lighter.
Let's
you start
do
with
it.
the IPA and it kills your palate,
Let's
you
do
know,
it.
and then you can't do.
So the summer ale is going to go better with the quesadillas and the mozzarella bricks and the jalapeno.
Definitely with
monsters over here.
the peppers. This
right.
beer would go fantastic with the peppers. Something nice and spicy. This is Summer Catch. It is a Belgian wit beer inspired summer ale. And so because of that Belgian yeast and everything, it would go really, really nicely with like something spicy,
Gotcha.
like the peppers or some Thai food.
Which
Fantastic.
I love spicy food, so I would be drinking a lot of this beer.
Wow. Look at that pour.
It's got a good
nice.
color, too.
Yeah, really
Nikki,
nice
thanks.
golden color. Yeah. You want to hand that on down to
Yes,
PJ?
I will.
And-
Nikki, thanks for making it tonight. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Let's swap this around.
That looks beautiful.
All right,
Thank
here
you,
we go.
thank you.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Don't let Nicole Williams see these glasses.
She'll be asking for
Nicole,
more glasses.
Nicole, are you out there tonight? We're hiding the glasses.
Right. You want some too, AJ?
Yeah, of course.
Get in
This is a
here.
party.
Yeah. So this is 5.5% alcohol, about 30 IBUs. So not crazy bitter or anything. Actually, not really bitter at all.
Gotcha.
And what we do is fermented with a Belgian yeast, but not like as high of a temperature as what you normally ferment Belgian yeast at. And what that does is the higher the temperature that you ferment at, the more esters and phenols the yeast is going to release. Yeah. So for this beer, we brought the temperature down a little bit just to kind of calm down on that the fruitiness. So it's like stone fruits that come out, and a little bit, maybe a touch of acetaldehyde and some clove-like phenols. We kind of calm those down a little bit. It's got a nice wheat in there, which really helps with the head retention. That nice frothy head comes from the yeast, or comes from the wheat that we add in the malt bill. And then it's lightly dry hopped with Citra and Amarillo, which help bring out a nice citrus kick to it.
Right.
A little bit of orange, a little bit of lemon peel, and just like a little hint of like, generic hoppiness, maybe pine or dank, that some people would refer to.
There's so much that goes into beer that AJ is just like, holy cow.
Salute. I am so over my head, but you know what? Salute. Did we get?
There it is. Slancia.
Salute. Slasha, you said?
Slancia. That's Irish.
Slancia. Okay.
Slancia.
Salute, Italiano.
Beautiful. It's actually I would describe it as an easy drinker.
Yep.
Not a palate wrecker, like you were saying. It's not going to be too bitter. It's not going to be too bitey on that.
Exactly.
It's a very summertimey kind of chill out.
This is really good, like chilling out on the beach, or just on your porch with a barbecue going, or something like that. This is really really nice.
That's great. Nuno just goes. AJ will be drinking that for 2 days. He needs a much smaller glass.
That's what I heard. That's why I asked.
I'm in.
Comment of the night so far to Nuno. So cheers to that.
Steve Nickerson, thanks for joining. Good to have you here on Essential, guys.
So what I designed. This is actually this is the first beer that I designed when I came down to Cape May, and I'm really proud of how it came out because
as you should be.
Thank you. It's the first beer that I've had the honor of designing and brewing up that from the get-go really came out exactly like what I had in my head. Yeah. And craft beer, it's that interesting place where
what you
art
think isn't
and
always
science meet. And sometimes you got to try a couple of times before you get it right. But this was using a lot of different aspects of what you can change with brewing: the hops, fermentation temperature, the malt bill, the kind of yeast you use. All of that together combined to make exactly what I was thinking in my head for a nice, light, crisp summer beer that's like really good, that even people who are new to craft beer can lob onto and can really enjoy, but complex enough for your beer aficionado to really enjoy as well. That's what we were really going for with this one.
If you guys are out there enjoying the education that you're getting along with the beer that we're drinking, give us a thumbs up right now. Throw those thumbs up. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I can talk for ages about it.
I love it. That's my favorite part of craft beer, is kind of talking about the process. Good.
Yeah. So this really was your vision, and you really nailed it.
This really was my vision, and this is it nailed. Yep, exactly what I was going for. Yeah, definitely. Everything about it. The level of the esters and phenols in particular, that nice light citrus kick from the hops that we added into the dry hopping. Citra and Amarillo are two of my favorite hops. I absolutely love. They're great. They're two of my favorite varieties. So is this a Belgian yeast? It is a Belgian yeast, yeah. It's a French Saison yeast that we use for it. Really, really nice stuff. Very good yeast.
You can tell a Belgian yeast right away by that little bit of an aftertaste that you get. It's just got that little zip that identifies itself as a Belgian yeast.
It's like a light hint of clove on the finish there. Yep.
For sure.
That's from the phenols that are released by the yeast. Yeast do more than just make carbon dioxide and alcohol. They also release these flavor compounds that are grouped into two categories. There's esters, which tend to be more fruity or flowery, and then there's phenols, which tend to be a little bit more spicy or perhaps musky. And depending on what yeast strain you're using, there are hundreds of different yeast strains, you're going to get different kinds of esters and phenols and different levels of them as well.
See, that's the other thing that I really love about craft beer. You can do things over and over and over again the same way and come out with a little bit of a different result every time, because different things happen, different reactions happen, and it can just be the aging process and things that go on.
Or even just how long it's been in the fermenter before it got packaged up or something. We don't filter our beer. We don't pasteurize our beer. So, we can guarantee that this is going to be fresh for at least 3 months. But whether you got it a week fresh or whether you got it 2.5 months in, there might be some subtle differences in there.
Great.
So,
all right. So because we're talking beer, I want to give away some beer swag. So now I'd like to say that we are going to give away the growler, we're going to give away the hat, and we are going to give away the T-shirt that we can no longer hold.
The growler's empty. Don't get excited about that.
But you can make your way
come down and fill it up.
Yeah. Come on down, fill it up.
Yep, absolutely, fill it up. So we're going to put 10 minutes on the clock for that. That'll lead us perfectly. We're going to have a 9 o'clock phone call, if everything works out correctly, from Lou Neglia, who owns the Ring of Combat.
Yep.
And will be talking to us about the live event that's going to be going on down in the Tropicana down in Atlantic City. And we'll be able to talk with him about what he's doing with Ring of Combat. So that'll happen at 9 o'clock. But right now, I'd like you guys to share the live feed and then hop on in and say, Cape May, I'm in. So I want to start seeing Cape May, I'm in the live feed here.
I got Nikki as first in that contest. Beautiful. Nikki, here we go.
So get on in, guys. Definitely support this brewery.
Nikki breaks the seal. Let's see who else is in.
In the meantime, let's get right back to some beer talk because this stuff is exciting me. When I hear all of this, when I hear, just like you, when you were saying you nerd out and you enjoy it,
yeah, totally.
I love this part of the process because I brew myself. I like to brew at home.
Yeah.
I really enjoy kind of developing my own styles and things that I love.
Yeah.
And then tweaking it and seeing how I can change it and make it better the next time.
Exactly.
So I got some nuggets from you when I was down on last Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
You gave me a really great idea on how to utilize Madagascar vanilla beans the correct way. So I thank you for that. And I'd like to pick your brain a little bit more because I want to get a little more in-depth on how to do that process correctly.
Yeah,
so
totally.
after the show, we'll chat about that. But what would you say the Cape May Brewery's direction is going forward? Are you guys looking to expand and get bigger? Are you looking into getting in more distribution areas? What's your thought process about that?
Both. I mean, we're definitely looking to grow. We want to take over the rest of New Jersey and get in there. I mean, if you think about it, like. A lot of states have like their quintessential beer. New York has Brooklyn Brewery or Omegang. Pennsylvania's got Yingling or Victory. Maryland's got Flying Dog. Washington State, where I grew up, has Red Hook or possibly Elysian. New Jersey doesn't really have one. And
you guys are starting to become it.
And we want to become it.
Yeah.
We want to become
absolutely.
When you think of New Jersey craft beer, you think of Cape May Brewery. So that's what we're going for. And so we've got the owners, Ryan and Chris, have really good heads on their shoulders and are really, really smart guys. They believe in what we on the brewing team are doing and what we can do and allow us the freedom to make great beer. And they then manage the company in a great way that just comes together amazingly to allow us to really make some awesome stuff and get it out to you guys. So we're looking to expand into the rest of Jersey.
Right.
We're looking to increase the amount of beer that we're producing. All the stuff is in the works. Can't go into too many details on it, but we got some things going down. Yeah, and I'm really, really excited. I'm oftentimes I'll get done with the day and just be like, oh my God, I can't believe everything that we've got going on. This is going to be so amazing. This is going to be so exciting. I can't wait. This is probably one of the few jobs I've ever had where when I get up in the morning, I'm like, I can't wait to see what the day is going to hold. What am I going to get done today that's going to drive us towards that goal of becoming, the quintessential New Jersey
you're
brewery.
really fulfilled, really happy with what it is you're doing here.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I really am.
Isn't that the dream?
It is. And being down in Cape May helps. Cape May is an amazing town. I love it. I'll be honest, I'd never even heard of it before I heard about the job offer at the brewery and started to look into it. I've been down there a little over a year now, and I absolutely love it to bits. It's an amazing town. It's really cool down there.
It's a great place. Have you been down there?
Oh,
it's a great place to be.
I was actually just down in Avalon this weekend DJing a wedding at the Wind Drift right along the water there. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, totally.
But the whole county down there is just such a nice, kind of warm, inviting summer town.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the people that live down there during the wintertime are really cool to hang out with and have come to the brewery.
Even during the wintertime, it's a lot smaller, it's a lot quieter, but it's such a tight-knit community that everybody is really into each other's stuff. And there's so many different entrepreneurs down there as well. There's so many small businesses that are doing great stuff. There's a hot sauce company, Hank Sauce. We've got the Cape May
I
Distillery.
love Hank Sauce.
Hank Sauce, yeah, Hank Sauce.
I bought a bottle down at the AC Beer Fest.
Rob's clapping it up for hot sauce over there.
I bought it at the AC Beer Fest, and I used the entire bottle of it was honey habanero.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome.
That's
I used
good.
it all within 3 weeks.
Oh, my goodness.
Because I put it on everything. I'll put it on my cereal. I don't care.
Yeah. Sitting there putting it on your eggs in the morning.
Guys, real quick. Nicole Williams has joined us, so if we could all please raise our glasses. Nicole.
Little special cheers to
we
Nicole.
thought you would like these,
There
Nicole.
we go.
And we got Dan. Dan Mastronardi is joining us for the first time tonight. Welcome, Dan.
Jimmy, this goes out to you. Can't wait for for you guys to branch out more into the Philly suburbs. I make the 5-minute walk from my aunt and uncle's house to your tasting room whenever I go to visit them.
Oh, great. Yeah. No, totally. We're looking to do that. We're looking to do that. Get a little bit more into the 5 counties surrounding Philly. Definitely.
So,
we're
Eric,
already in there a little bit, but we want to start sending more, especially now that Pennsylvania has joined the 20th century and allowed 6-packs to be sold. Took long enough.
Yeah, right?
We definitely want to
Yeah,
start
they were
getting in there.
cases only,
It was
right?
cases only for the longest time, up until about maybe 6 months ago. They legalized 6-packs. Thank you, Pennsylvania. Way to go.
Yes.
I don't know if you really needed congratulations for that.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
about
that should be
time,
something
but-
that is a no-brainer. I don't
Exactly.
understand why they advocate for more beer buying than less. Like, why not have both options?
It's weird. You go to some of the states, and because each state can determine their blue laws, their alcohol laws, you get some crazy things going on. Like in New Jersey here, you have to get a tour before you
Right.
can
You
visit,
gotta-
get a beer at a tasting room.
Basically, you have to get handed a pamphlet so you can do a self-guided
Exactly.
tour.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the way
But
they get around it.
when I came down to Cape May and I was walked in. So before I had my interview, I kind of interviewed them, and I went in the tasting room and grabbed a couple of beers, got a flight, and I walk up to the bar and I'm like, hey, I'm looking for a flight, and the beer tender, Dan, it was Dan, I remember, and he says, have you had your tour yet? And I was like, no. And he's like, well, you need a tour before you can get a beer. And I was like,
Yeah.
what kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah, that's
And
just
he's like,
strange.
really? And he's like, well, it's New Jersey law. I'm like, okay, that's cool. No problem. I'll go and do it. And hands you a pamphlet. You walk in the other room, and you're like, there's the brewery. Here's a pamphlet describing it to you. So I think we spent all of maybe 2.5 seconds in there, and then
Just
went back
looked
in and got
at
our
the
beers.
things a little
but the New Jersey ABC, that's enough.
That's
It's also illegal for us to serve food at the
Yeah.
tasting room. Yeah.
Which makes no sense
It's
to me.
so backwards. So backwards.
Why would you not want people to line their stomach a little bit so they definitely go home
And
with a
I
little bit
don't-
less of a buzz?
I don't know if you guys have no politics, no religion rules on here or anything. But it's
You
all,
can
it's
feel
all
free to say
political.
what you want.
It's all political.
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
has to do. I mean, this is New Jersey.
Right.
The restaurant and bar lobby holds a lot of power in this
Okay,
state.
all right.
So tasting rooms at breweries were actually illegal up until 2012.
Right, because it'll actually take away from the bar crowd.
Exactly. So they try to limit how much we're taking away as much as humanly possible. So
Yeah.
they're the ones who put in the tour requirement. They're the ones who put in the kibosh on the food. They even want to do things I hear put in time limit. So you go in there and you get a time stamp. You can only be in the tasting room for an hour and a half, and then we got to kick you out. Luckily, that one didn't play with the ABC. But we're working to allow food sales and to get rid of the tour requirement, because it's actually hurt some breweries' business. People go in there and they say, "Have you had a tour?" And they say no, and they say, "Well, you need one." And they say, "Well, I didn't do it here. Why do I have to do it? That's stupid." And you say, "Well, I'm sorry, you have to. I can't give you a beer. It's my ass." And they say, "Well, then, to hell with it. I'm out." And they walk out. And they actually, I've actually heard stories from other breweries.
So
where
I
people
wish we could
walk
find a
out.
topic that we could get Jimmy passionate about. But
Yeah, Jimmy, he's all fired. And Jimmy, by the way, Jimmy, what is in there? You got moonshine in here? What is it?
Oh no, this is pure Jimmy being an animal. Yeah.
Yes, I love it. I love it. But that is
Reach
exactly
out
why I
to
wanted
your
to ask
local
you.
state assemblyman and your state senator, and let them know that you support. There's some bills before the state senate right now that will allow us to serve food. And contact your state senator and your state assembly person, and let them know that you support that, and you support craft breweries and local small businesses.
Sure.
Thank you.
Because
do
every
it, for,
single
do it for Jimmy. Do it for yourself.
Do it for
Brandon.
yourself. Do it for yourself. Do it for craft beer. Do it for small
every
businesses.
single craft brewery
Yeah.
is a small, independently owned craft brewery
Yep.
in New Jersey, and
Yep.
they need your help, because if we're not able to go there and maybe get a little food or stay a little longer and drink a little more, these guys are just not going to be able to stay in business for the long term, because they're not going to be able to pump out the types of beer and the amount of beer, especially since all of the type of the big corporations taking over the shelves. And not
God.
allowing you guys to kind of, show your product and do what you do in the liquor stores because of all of the pay-to-play type of stuff. All
man.
the little kickbacks that they're getting. We talked about that a little bit with Mike from Weyerbacher last week.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's really, it's defeating a little bit to see that big beer has so much control over the lawmakers in the state.
They hold a lot of power. They hold a lot of power, and a lot of great breweries that you never would have thought that would go that way. But last week, Wicked Weed got bought by Budweiser, and then over the weekend, the brewery sold a majority stake to a Boston-based equity firm.
Get out! I didn't hear that.
As my Uncle Mo would say, money will make a blind man see.
That's it.
Yep.
And you'd never know who's in it for the money as opposed to who's in it to really strengthen craft beer. And there's a fine line there. I mean, if you get thrown $50 million at you or $100 million at you, guess what? Sometimes your priorities
50 million is a low number. 50 million. I mean, Lagunitas, when they sold out to
they're
Heineken,
200,
that was
$300
$1 billion.
Right, okay.
$1 billion. I mean, with a B. It's crazy. We're talking big amount of money.
That was a B, right, Jimmy?
Yeah, that's a B. Yeah.
With a B. All right, so we've got 30
Wait, real
seconds.
quick. Speaking of B, Brandon, I see you out there. What's up, Eric Zimmerman? Beer and wings. It's actually quesadilla and wings.
Oh, is that Kevin? I saw Kevin Romer on
You
there.
got Kevin on there?
Kevin's
right,
Kevin's one of our sales reps. Way to go, Kevin.
Awesome.
Kevin
Hey,
and
Kevin.
Joey Baboot saw you earlier out there. Raise a glass. There you go. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Thanks for everyone out there tonight.
The ticker's about to go off, so I want you all to get in.
Kevin says that was Ballast Point. It was both of them. Ballast Point went for $1 billion total. Lagunitas went for 50% for $500 million,
and then sold the other half, right? So it's $1 billion.
So it's both of them, Kevin.
Yep.
It's both of them. Talk to you on Monday about that.
So Cape
We'll
May, I'm
Jimmy.
in.
We'll
Cape
get him.
May, I'm in, guys. Cape May, I'm in.
Word.
All right.
There we go. John Verdansky said it a third time, so he's very
All right,
in.
John, you're in there. If you want,
You're very
PJ,
in.
you want to give everyone what it is real quick, and we'll do one more.
All right,
minute?
so once again, we've got a growler, we've got a Cape May hat, and we've got a Cape May shirt. So
A green.
we're going to be 30 more seconds. We got Andrew Krim saying
All right,
Cape May,
Mark,
I'm in.
I got Mark Graves. I got Kevin Kona.
Mark
Kim
Graves
Graves
has plenty of shirts. Mark Graves is one of our
he
brewers.
he wrote Blink
and
182.
he wrote Blink 182
That's
rocks.
He's not in.
And he knows damn
Billy-
well that
Kevin
they do
Cohn, I
not
got you.
rock
Billy Nolan,
Blink
I'm in.
182.
Did you get Andy Crimmins?
I think so. I remember writing that name. I didn't.
That
Okay.
was the last one.
All right, there
Nikki
was another Andrew-
Benke.
There was another Andrew on there. I'm sorry. All right, so Andrew Crimmins.
Yep.
Hey.
Nikki
Osvaldo.
Benke
I got
is
Kevin.
in.
I got
you
Kevin
guys have
Conan.
some,
Yeah, Nikki Benke opened it up. She's number one on the list.
Nicole
Oh,
Williams is in.
Jim Schatzel's in. My neighbor Jim Schatzel. He's in there.
Timothy Callahan is in.
Tim Callahan's a buddy of mine from back at Brooklyn.
Nice.
You also had Osvaldo on there. He's from South America.
Nice.
So you
We're
guys are
getting
really
worldwide
spread
now.
out. You guys
Nicole-
have gone-
Nicole
you got
Williams, I got-
international.
That's
You got
it.
international.
Mike Miles, I'm in.
I got
we have
Miles on there.
Chris
Mike.
Malatrat says I'm in. Harry Simons, I'm in.
I got
Sean
him.
Clayton, I'm in. Now we're getting some entrants. Don't forget me, says Robin Scanapico. We got
You're in
you,
there.
Robin.
You're in there, Robin.
We promise. We got you.
All right.
I'll be
Harry's in there.
Robin.
Sean Clayton. All right, we got you, Sean.
All right, so I think we're going to call it. 10 more seconds. Brandon Lee just got in. Brandon Lee.
Brandon.
David Evans, I'm
Brandon,
in.
Brandon Lee, who refuses to wear a romper. Remember this, guys.
Oh.
Brandon said if we
Good.
ever see him in
Well,
a
it's
man
the dumbest
romper,
thing ever. So Brandon
we will
Lee, you
never
got
see
him.
Brandon Lee in a man romper.
We got Brandon. We got David Evans. We have, let's see.
Guys, by the way, if anyone wants to come by next week and write the names down for the contest,
Yes.
we'll feed you.
We'll feed you.
have
We'll
you. You'll have
hopefully
some-
give you some
We'll
beer.
have a good time down here in the studio. Just let us know.
We need your help.
Chuck Dahmer.
Lee.
I see Dahmer in there.
Yep.
Who wouldn't like rompers, Kevin? Everybody likes having to get naked to take a piss, right? I mean, yeah. As Kevin saying, Jimmy loved, yeah. Who wouldn't?
All right.
All right, so
All right,
here
wait,
we go.
Dan, wait, hang on. I got Dan in there. Hang on. I got to number these two, PJ. Hang on. All right.
Is that it?
It looks like we
We
got
got-
we got a good
I think-
amount. That
Yeah,
we're
people
doing
love to
good. We're
support
doing
us.
good.
There's a lot there.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. The Cape May Brewing Company.
All right, we're officially
Cape May
calling
Brewing-
it.
Cape May Brewing Company themselves are in.
Yeah, they want the hat and the growler. They just, yeah.
My
We
wife
just
said
sit
that. My
back.
wife said it's actually called a romp him, not a romper.
Eddie Porskeevies, I got you, buddy. Porskeevies, you're on the list. Porskeevies. Let me hear you say it. Give me a Porskeevies one time. PJ.
Porskeevies.
Oh, JP, you want Romper
Stevie.
Tuesday? You start. JP, if you start Romper Tuesday, then the rest
All
of us
right,
will follow.
Mary
But you have
Beth
to start
Hampel.
it. You have to start it.
Maribeth Hampel, I got you.
All right, so how many do we have? We got to count this up because we got
Oh,
about
goodness.
5-6 minutes until our call in, so we can do that.
All right.
And I want
Let's
to
see
get
what we got
somebody
going on
a
here.
swag
All right.
pack
Dave
here.
Evans, I get Dave.
So in the meantime, if you've entered and you're in, I want you to hit the share button. We've got like a steady 60, 65, 70 viewers, so that is awesome. Let's keep it going. Let's get those numbers up. I'd like to see the number 80 up there at some time. It's not too many, so let's make it happen.
88 viewers per
There
hour.
we go. Let's get 88. All right, so,
All
what are
right,
we
so
looking at?
PJ, our record for the
20
most
something.
entries was 26. I remember it was 26.
Yep.
And in this one right here, we have 20. So we came very, very
That's
close.
great, and that was, the other one was a grand prize.
The other one was,
That's
yeah,
it.
the
I quit.
26 was
I'm
great. I'm pretty sure it was the
the
Colin
Weyerbacher,
Quinn
no, the Weyerbacher
Oh, it was
VIP
the
tickets.
Weyerbacher tour, right. Okay. The
All
VIP
right,
tickets.
so number 2.
It's John Verdensky.
John Verdensky.
Yeah.
Congratulations to John.
I see your comment there. If you want to come down when you come down, what is that? Late July, beginning of August, beer exchange. You got it, man. We're always down for that. Yeah, bring some stuff down. I'll bring up some of what I got in my cellar. You got it. Definitely.
All right, we got a hand clap going here.
Shoot me a message on Facebook or something. Shoot me a request.
All right.
We'll set it up. Definitely.
John Verdensky writes, sweet.
I got a question for you.
All right.
Are there any beers that are coming out that you're ultra excited about putting out there for everybody to try? So is there something that's in your mind that you haven't created or put in the schedule yet?
Yeah.
Is there something? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's lots of things going around
we've,
up there.
well, if you guys, so we got the latest one that we got here. This actually came out last week, but this is something that we're kind of continuing on, though. We want to keep pushing this style. This is called Follow the Gull, and it had 325 pounds of hops in the batch of beer. It's to celebrate Cape May County's 325th anniversary.
That's
so we thought we'd go all out. It's only like 45 IBUs, though, so it's not crazy bitter at all. It's actually quite low and also 5.5% alcohol, but just an absolute sheer punch in the face of hops. And we want to keep going with that, actually. And we're going to come out with some more beers that are going to be down that vein. And just like low, mild ABV, pretty low IBUs, and just super, super hoppy with some of our favorite kinds.
So Andy said Goza. Are you going to make any Gozas?
Gozas? Yeah, we did a Goza last year, actually. It was called Salty Lips, and we used local Cape May sea salt for that one.
Nice.
We've kicked around the idea of maybe doing it again as well. Perhaps. I can't really follow it. I can't promise anything.
Yeah.
But, it's definitely on the list. I mean,
I'm
there's
sure
so many
you've
different
probably
things
got
that we
so many
want
things.
to do.
You've got so many things in the pike that you would like to do. You just don't have the time or the capability to be able to pump out every single thing you're looking to do. But it's exciting to be able to think up all the others. Wow, this one's got like a nice orangey yellow hue.
Yep.
This one looks delicious.
Mark Graves writes, "Follow the Gull is life."
It
Nice.
is.
He loves it.
Mark really, really loves this beer. I think we all do, actually. We're really, really digging on this. So
Wow, the smell is terrific.
I haven't even. It's on the other side of the table. I can already smell it. This is unreal.
Oh, it smells juicy and delicious.
Really tropical, really citrus. There's definitely a fair amount of orange peel aroma on that.
You know what this reminds me of? I'm a huge Modern Times fan.
Oh yeah.
And I like their wheat. It's a tropical wheat, but
Okay.
it's got a very similar nose and a very similar kind of aroma to it. But this one's a little juicier. It's definitely got that kind of juicy back end.
This
It's awesome.
is definitely up in the juicy range as well. And we're digging it. This has. Let me see if I remember because it's quite the list. There's Cascade, Azacca, Citra, El Dorado, and Amarillo, and there's always one more that I forget on this because there's like 6 different freaking kinds of hops.
Yeah, well, there's
in
a
it.
lot going on in there.
There's a lot going on. I mean, it's just like so many different hops. It was, like I said, 325 pounds total, 4.5 pounds per barrel on the dry hopping, which is quite heavy. Especially
that's
for
a
us.
lot of hops.
It's a lot of hops. It really is. It took us. Normally, we can do a dry hopping in one day, and it's like get all the hops in there, recirculate it, over the hops and everything. Really get
You didn't say
extract
dry
those
humping,
oils.
right? You said dry hopping.
Dry hopping, yeah. And this one took us 3 days to dry hop it. We had to put in some of the hops, recirculate it over them, get all the oils, and then the next day do it again, a third day as well, just to get everything in there, as it was just so many hops.
This is so tasty. I'm drinking this really fast. You can see. It's absolutely delicious.
Oh, Mark says no, that's it. Okay, he's the one who puts the hops in there, so he would know. So awesome, thank you, Mark. Thanks for So Cascade, Citra, Amarillo, Azacca, and El Dorado. Yeah.
We got from Bob Motto. What's up, men? This is indeed essential. Thank you, Bob.
Cheers to you, Bob. Thanks
Eric
for tuning
Zimmerman. Eric Zimmerman asks, "How's the Concrete Ship Stout?"
Oh, that stuff's great. Unfortunately, it's gone for the season. That's something that we do every January or February. It's a big Russian Imperial Stout, about 9.8% alcohol. Just really, really big beast of a stout. And I know, PJ, I know you really love the stouts.
Huge stout guy here.
Yeah. So you definitely got to try that one when the winter comes back around again.
Yes, you tell me when you start brewing some of those delicious beers, and I'll make my way down. And we'll hang out the whole day. I'll be your official taster for the day.
Nobody read Erica's comment.
No, he sniffed a beer. He might be drunk.
No,
Drax the Destroyer over here. He might be drunk.
Yeah. So this is we only did one batch of this beer. It was 60 barrels worth. But our anniversary is coming up in July, and we're kicking around the idea of maybe doing something like this again for our anniversary ale we do every year, and we'll see how things go. But we definitely want to keep things like this going. We've got something kind of similar to this. Oh, shoot. You know what? Actually, I can't talk about that. Never mind.
You got to keep some things close to the vest. You tell us when the time is right.
Should we go to Tim Tebow?
No. We got Lou Neglia calling in probably a minute.
All right.
So
right.
once
Lou's
again,
gonna
this
be
is the
calling in a
perfect time
minute.
to be able to say.
Here we go.
This is Follow the Goal, 5.5%. I hope you dig it.
Cheers to all of you out there. And who's drinking
Salud.
out there?
Yeah.
If
Who's
you're drinking,
let us know.
Tell me what you're drinking in the comments. If you want to be drinking, make a comment on what you would be. But go find yourself something to drink, and let's all have a little community cheers.
Yeah,
I'm drinking some Dad's Raspberry Infused Lemonade from the Domesticated Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you again, Domesticated Dad. Remember, guys, it's what is it? It's domesticatedDad.net.
Yep.
I got to get to my microphone here. I'm sorry, guys. DomesticatedDad.net, or follow them on Facebook at Domesticated Dad. They brought all this awesome food tonight, these quesadillas. We got the mozzarella bricks, the monster poppers here. Thanks again to Domesticated Dad. And who do you remember who won that the gift card earlier tonight?
Nuno Rodriguez.
Nuno Rodriguez going to get some quesadillas.
You're the man. So congratulations. Oh, my son wants to chug. So here's a funny thing.
How old is he?
My son is 2 3/4. He'll be 3 in a couple
You're
of months.
starting him young.
That went
I am
fast, yeah.
starting him young.
Yeah.
So what I do with him to make sure he's drinking enough water per day, I take his little cuppy and I give it to him, and I take a bottle of water and I go, "Come on, buddy, it's time to chug." And he'll slam that cup, and then he goes, "Good chug, Daddy. Good chug." So when he gets to be about 20 and in college, he's going to be the master chugger in the school. I'm going to have to hold him back.
That'll be good. That'll be good.
Somebody said they're drinking hot tea.
Yeah, Harry Simons is drinking hot tea.
Harry either just went in or was looking to go in for heart surgery soon. So, Harry, rest up. Quick recovery for you. And
all the best,
drink
Harry.
that hot tea in good health, buddy. So in any minute now, we'll get a call from Lou Neglia. We'll talk to him. Yeah. Once again, what he's doing is Ring of Combat. It is a major fight organization that funnels some fighters into the UFC. Mm-hmm. Dana White is actually going to be down there.
Yeah.
AJ and I will be making an appearance as well. I'm sure they're going to be really excited.
Yep, we're heading down.
There it is. So AJ and I will be down there. We'll report back about all the happenings down there. And then hopefully in the future we'll get to interview some fighters. And here he is actually on command. Right
here we go.
AJ?
Yep.
Hey,
Lou,
how are you, Lou?
Welcome to Central Guy Talk.
I'm actually walking into a spot right now. In 30 seconds, I'll be ready, okay?
You got it. You tell me when you're ready.
Should I call back or just hold on? Hold on?
You can hold on. You can call me back if you need to. That's just fine. All right, so what Lou Neglia is doing, Lou is the promoter as well as the owner of Ring of Combat.
There's Lou up on the screen right now.
There he is. Lou is a 3-time kickboxing champion himself, so he knows the fight game.
Yeah.
So Lou is an awesome promoter that puts on really incredible shows down in Atlantic City. This one is at the Tropicana, and it'll be June 2nd. And if you guys are into MMA and you're into prize fights, you're into fights for the belt, you got 5 of them during this show. So you are not for a lack of belts that are going to be on the line. Mm-hmm. Now, Ring of Combat has funneled through some UFC champions in the past. Chris Weidman has fought. But Lou's going to tell you all about that when he gets back. So, Lou, you there?
And I'm back. Yes.
All right, very good. So, Lou, good to have you on the program. We appreciate it. You giving us a couple of minutes of your time. So why don't you tell us about the June 2nd event that you're running?
June 2nd, I'm very happy that Dana White's coming for the second time at my show, and it's a stacked card with 5 championship fights. And I'm very proud of the fact that the Ring of Combat alumni, 122 fighters, went to the UFC, and not only in the UFC, but successful. And 3 of them became world champions: Chris Weidman, Matt Serra, and Frankie Edgar. And other fighters on the show, and there's 5 championship fights, I think will be also future UFC champions. And some of the champion fights that are on board for June 2nd are Sidney Outlaw, which is a talented fighter that has a tremendous human interest story, and it's amazing how fighters because they deal with great obstacles in their training, help them deal with obstacles in life. Cindy Outlaw was homeless at one time, and now he's fighting for the Ring of Combat Championship. And I think he's going to be one of the fighters going to be picked from Dana White to go to the UFC. Also, we have Julio Arce, Golden Glove champion, 11-2 record, outstanding fighter, who's also defending his belt. Marab, also another championship fight, Brandon, and of course Brendan Barrett fighting for Shelton Graves heavyweight championship. So it's a stack card with 5 championship fights. I'm very excited about it.
Lou, that's great. So can you tell everybody how they can go and they can get tickets for the event?
The place is almost sold out, so get tickets quickly. They could be going at the Tropicana box office or on Ticketmaster. And again, you won't want to miss this show. It's probably one of my best shows ever put together.
Awesome. Thanks for a few minutes of your time, Lou. We really appreciate it. Can you tell us a little bit about your own history, just a minute or two about your own history in the fight game?
Well, I was a former world kickboxing champion, and I think I'm probably one of the few promoters that was a champion before. And I think the benefit to that is I match up fights that I don't know who's going to win. And as a fan of the sport, every one of these championship fights is going to be a flip of a coin who's going to win. And I think matchmaking is very important in giving the fans exciting fights. And Dana White has told me that he's taking fighters from Ring of Combat that were 9-5, and other fighters that are 10-0 can't get into the UFC because it's not your record, because records are deceiving. It's who you fought and how you fought that matters. Chris Weidman beat Uriah Hall, and Dana White took both of them to the UFC because of the quality of the opponent. It's who you fought and how you fought that matters, and that's what defines you as a fighter.
All right.
I do myself for my shows, and there's not going to be a fight that anybody's going to know who's going to win this fight. It's a matter of who gets their game off. You got boxers fighting wrestlers, or you got kickboxers fighting jiu-jitsu guys, and it's a question of who gets their game off first is going to be the winner of those bouts.
Thanks so much, Lou. We appreciate a couple of minutes of your time. We will see you down there. Me and AJ are going to go and have a really fun time, and we hope that some of our viewers are going to join us. So once again, it's Ring of Combat.
And keep up the good work you guys are doing. The fans love your station.
Thank you very much.
Lou.
Take care, Lou. We appreciate it.
Gee, that sounds awesome.
There it was. So Lou Neglia from Ring of Combat.
That was awesome. So Lou has been kind enough to give us a few tickets so we can go down there. So me and AJ are going to go down. We also are going to give away 2 tickets next week to the Ring of Combat show on June 2nd. So 2 tickets are going to go out to you guys.
Next week.
So tune in next week. We'll give those away. And that leads me right into what we're doing next week, which I'm so excied about. You eaters out there
here we go.
are eaters. We have El Jefes from Bubba Coos. If you've ever had Bubba Coo burritos, the El Jefe is going to be eaten by 6 people, one of them being this guy right here.
How'd that happen?
It happened because I offered you up for the opportunity. So we are going to have 6 people compete at the chance to eat an El Jefe. Now, what an El Jefe is 2 panko breaded, deep fried rice balls that are filled with cheese and then covered, absolutely covered in your favorite burrito and all of that kind of topping stuff. So it's going to be double toppings.
I did tell you I'm lactose intolerant, right?
You're going to have to take a couple pills, is what I'm going to say. But AJ is competing.
Can we get Lactate on as a sponsor?
Yes, we'll get Lactate to hopefully sponsor. So, guys, once again, we're going to be having that during our Memorial Day show. So we're really excited about that. Thank you, Bubba Coos, because Bubba Coos is going to be sponsoring the show. They're going to be sending us big old El Jefes. They're going to give me and Rob and some of the other people working on the show some delicious food. Nicole says that sounds weird. Yes, it absolutely sounds weird.
Then she wants to know if she's invited.
Yeah, then she wants to know if she's invited. If you can get up from Tennessee, you can come on the show. We'll have a queen chair for you, and you can hang out.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so once
you can
again,
be a judge. We'll let Nicole be the judge.
So we want to build the audience back up,
eat.
guys. We do want to get our viewers in for the last 20 minutes of our show.
Oh, Graves wants in on it. Mark Graves wants in on it.
Of course he
his name
does.
in there.
Of course he does.
I have 5 that are pretty much
JP
definite,
as
but
well.
I'm not 100% on 2 of them. So if I need a first alternate, Mark Graves, you're going to be my alternate. So, guys, we're going to give away an awesome prize at the end of this show. We're going to give away a boating trip for 6 people Families are included in this, so you
6.
can bring
Nice.
your whole family
Nice
if you
trip.
would like to. It is a $360 value. You're going to be trolling the Belmar Marina and then around the bridge there. And you can go fishing. You can drink some beers. You can just hang out. You can just enjoy the water. But it's going to be a really, really fun prize. So we're going to open that up. You can see on the screen right now, Summer Breeze Fishing Trips. That is what they're going to be doing. That's right off the side of the boat there. So you guys, you're going to have a really, really fun time. So if you are a fan of boats, you're a fisherman, if you just like to be out on the water, make sure you get in on this prize. So we have 20 minutes left in the show. I'm actually going to open it up now. We'll start our timer when there's 10
opening
minutes
up.
left.
All right.
But we're going to open it up now. So anytime from now until the end of the show, you can say, Summer Breeze, I'm in. Summer Breeze,
I'm in.
I'm in. And make sure you share our live feed. That's the way you qualify for
Share
these
the
prizes.
live feed. All right, let's get a round of shares going, please.
No, Mark.
Let's get the rounds
Yeah.
going here. Yep.
right.
Are we doing?
No, we're not
doing
doing countdown anymore. No
We're
more
not doing the
countdown.
countdown?
I've got a lot of feedback that people are tired of the countdown.
No one wants a countdown.
So I'm putting the kibosh on that.
all right.
So Mark Graves, Summer Breeze, I'm in. Mark Graves
All right,
is in.
Jero,
All
what's
right.
up, Jero? Glad to have you here tonight.
It is out of Belmar, New Jersey, by the way. So if you can get yourself down to Belmar, New Jersey, do it. PJ Ferraro. I love that first
All right,
name.
so we got Graves in here.
We have PJ Ferraro, I'm in.
All
We have
right.
Kevin Romer, I'm in. We have Harry Simons, I'm in. Eric Nerb, NHURB, he's in. Nicole Williams, East Coast is so different from living in the South.
Oh, yeah.
So, my boy Jimmy brought a really special beer that I want to get
one
into
more,
now.
last one. You got to finish what you got
Oh,
there.
I've got this, no problem. But I
Okay,
want to
I
talk.
figured
I want to talk about the barrel aged sour that
yeah.
you're doing. So tell us a little bit about it, and I'm gonna ziggy
You're gonna
zaggy
finish
this.
that one off,
Ziggy
bud.
zaggy ziggy zaggy.
So we talked about earlier about how we've got like a sour program going, and we've a lot of these sours we do barrel age, and they've all been aged in red wine barrels a couple of times. This is our sixth release.
It's your sixth
it's
in
our
the barrel-aged
fifth.
se-
This is our fifth release in our barrel-aged sour beers. And this one is really, really special because it's the first one that we did where we added fruit to the aging process.
Nice.
So we've been doing this. The first one came out a little over a year ago, and they've been really well received. We've been really happy with the way that they've been coming out. And I know each time we come out with one, we always say, I know I said this about the last one, but this one is my favorite. And then a few months later, I know I said it last time, but this one is my favorite.
Well, that's the way beer brewing should be, because
Yeah.
everything you make should be better than the last, or just something you're excited about.
Yeah, so it's great too because also like it's kind of new for us, so we've been getting better and better at it as well
Yeah,
as we
you
go
perfect the
along.
process a little bit more.
Yeah, so we've been getting a little bit better. So we're really happy to see how this one came out. So this is Brothel Madam. It is a 9.5%.
I love the name. I love the name.
Yeah, so where the name comes from is there's a hotel down in Cape May called the Victoria Hotel, and back in the day it was a brothel, and so the whole theme for this year are ghost stories. Cape May is actually one of the most haunted places along the East Coast, and so the old madam from when it was a brothel, her ghost still wanders the halls of the Victoria Hotel.
Nice.
So this one is dedicated to her as the brothel madam, and when we did it, we knew that right away because we wanted to do
Hey!
and there you go.
All over the Essential Guys
Do the rest of
studio.
it off camera. I didn't even see it. That
sorry,
must look
Rob.
great. I'm so sorry, man. It's almost done. Spraying
That's
all over
funny
the place.
because I watched a video that you guys said one of your other ones with the Brettanomyces in there was a gusher, right?
Yeah, you know what? I think it's it's been sitting
you
here
said
under.
it-
It's
you
been
said
sitting
it
here
in
under
it-
the hot lights for about an hour now.
It
So
got the
that's
list.
what
It
did
got
it.
the list,
we
BJ.
popped one earlier today, and it did not do this. This one's definitely down to sitting under the hot lights.
Cheers.
I love the comments we're getting in on this. This is hilarious. This is great. Okay, all right, that's
go,
done now. That's done.
It's
All
the
right.
ghost. Jimmy said it's the ghost.
It's the ghost. That's what it is. I should have
That's
brought
it.
up
You
the
talked
ghost.
about it.
That
That's
was
hilarious.
hilarious. That was too funny. Oh, brilliant.
Somebody
I
get
got
him
him over here.
up.
I got him over here. Oh, it's starting to get on my pants. Shit. All right, hold on. We're experiencing technical difficulties.
Yep.
We'll be right back.
That's
All right, okay.
funny.
There you go. Thank you, AJ. Thank you.
It's
for the
live
help, man.
TV. Sometimes
Yeah.
some fun things happen. So if you guys caught that, that's awesome.
That was too funny.
And now it looks awesome.
It happens sometimes.
I got the Summer Breeze list here.
Everybody hit that laugh button if you can.
Don't ever piss off a ghost.
That's right. Don't piss off the ghost.
Way to go, guys.
Champagne.
Perfect.
It's like we
So-
just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Actually.
that's what I should have done. All over the food, all over the computers and the phones and the microphones.
John
That
Verdansky
would've-
goes slow-mo rewind.
Yeah,
That's what we
no,
need.
that
I think
would've-
we'll
that
do
was
that
great.
for the promo video for the
Unfortunately,
episode.
it did stir the yeast. It had nicely settled out on the drive up here. I had it sitting upright. The yeast had nicely settled out, and that really stirred it all right back up again.
Well,
in
it
there.
certainly hasn't
So,
changed
it's
the flavor
looking-
because it is absolutely delicious. Cheers to you.
Cheers. Thank you, man. I'm glad you dig this. So we're really, really happy with how this came out. Like I said, it's the first fruited sour beer that we've done. It had 3 parts raspberry and 2 parts cranberry to it,
Nice,
so a little
nice.
bit more raspberry than
Yep.
cranberry.
It's absolutely delicious.
Yep. So this started off. This spent its entire life over in our sour facility. Sometimes what you can do is you can brew up a beer as normal and then bring it over to the sour, and do it. Bring it over to where you do your sours and add in the souring bacteria and some wild yeast, and they'll take off. They'll still take off. This one went over to the sour facility right away. The primary fermentation was done 100% with Brettanomyces, and so it's got some nice stone fruit character to it because of that. And then once that was done, once that was done, we added in the cranberry and raspberry. That kicked it off again, and we let that fermentation go until it was done, and then we racked it over into some ex-red wine barrels with the raspberry still in there, and it aged in the barrels for about 4 or 5 months, sitting in those ex-red wine barrels. We bottled this up a week ago. Added some bottle conditioning yeast for the carbonation.
And some Mentos.
And, so, we were going for that, effervescent, almost champagne-like mouthfeel to it, the carbonation level, which apparently now today came and bit me on the ass. So, little lesson out there, don't leave your beer sitting underneath hot lights in a television studio before you go and open.
Yeah, leave it in a bucket down low.
Leave it, yeah. So, I like to bring them out and let them warm up a little bit, especially sour beers like this.
He told me before the show, I'm going to do this to teach people what you shouldn't be doing with a bottle. And
Exactly, yeah.
It's an
Listen,
educational
I'm
program.
going to do a demonstration here to
It's an
show how
educational program.
not to do this.
We are here
for all
to help
those,
you
to
guys.
educate all them out there.
AJ,
So-
we got people in the comments making fun of you right now. Nicole Williams said that you're going to be so drunk after this episode just from the couple of sips of beer that you took.
You were just tearing it up.
Yeah, but I'm in here in case.
Oh, but she's also saying you're tearing it up with the food.
I'm training for next week. I'm in training.
So we like how this came out because, there's a nice tartness, but not overpowering. A lot of people said
not
they
at
don't
all.
like sour beers, but this isn't like puckering. This isn't like sucking on a lemon drop at all.
Not at all.
It's
Not
a
at all.
nice mild level of sourness to
Yep.
it. And adding the raspberry and the cranberry kind of helped lift that up a little bit. It makes it a sort of more fruity tartness as opposed to just like a sour tart hit. There's still, especially on the aroma, there's a little hint of that Brettanomyces funk. That rustic note that's in there. So this, like I said, this is our first fruited sour ale with Brettanomyces. Not entirely sure exactly how it's going to go as it ages, because this is live. This is bottle re-fermented, bottle conditioned, so you can age it in your cellar for a couple of years if you want, or just a couple of months, and let it continue to go.
Yep.
We think that the fruit is going to die down a little bit as it ages, and that Brettanomyces funk is going to come out a little bit more. Because Brettanomyces really makes that funk when it gets stressed out, like when it's in a carbonated bottle. So that's where you start to get the funkiness.
You're getting lots of love on this description. Lots
Oh,
of hearts.
right, yeah.
Lots of hearts pulling.
Definitely. Lots of funk. Gotta love that funk.
Gotta love the funk.
It's funny, we use that word almost overly so, because when you start describing it as being horsehair or barnyard,
people don't
people are
need
like,
that.
what? Why would gross? So
Funk just gives
and
it that
rustic,
twist.
those are
Rustic.
the words that we use. Those
Yep.
are what we say.
Yep.
So yeah, but really, really digging how this came out. This is only my second time having it, the fully carbonated version. The first time was earlier this morning with our sales team. So this is, fairly new to me
It's
as well.
absolutely
And how
delicious.
How it
I'm
actually
enjoying
turned
it.
out.
I hope that second bottle's for me.
Yeah, just put it in the fridge first before you pop it open.
I will.
Yeah,
I will.
yeah. No, definitely.
I'm tasting some on my microphone.
So one of my
That
buddies
was definitely a gusher.
one of my buddies that lives in Chicago said that what he would like to do is send us a lot of Chicago love for some Cape May love. So he would like a box of Cape May to go out to him, and he'll send Dark Lords, and he'll send Bourbon County stuff.
Okay.
The real stuff.
Oh, we
but
can
not-
get the Bourbon County out here.
Yeah, he's talking variants. The stuff that we can't really get around here.
All right.
But
if he's in Chicago, what I'd really like for him to send out is some Hopewell Brewing Company.
Okay. I
That
can
was
get him to do
started
that.
a couple of years ago by a friend of mine who I used to work with when I was at the Brooklyn Brewery, Stephen Bossu. Started that place
There you
up.
go. So if
if
I
he's
can
in
get him-
Chicago,
get him a
check out Hopewell.
Hopewell.
I don't know if they're packaging yet at all, but they probably do like some growlers. You can get those. I don't know if they're bottling or canning yet, but Stephen Bossu is a brilliant brewer, and he's
We'll
got to
work
be
that
doing
out.
some great stuff. So I'm really hoping to try
you
out
go.
what he's got. So
He said he was,
Hopewell
he-
Brewing Company. Let's try that out.
my buddy said he was really curious to try some of your sours because obviously they haven't made their way out into Chicago
Yeah, no, definitely
yet.
not out to Chicago.
But he
no.
is a big-time trader, and he's a guy that I've sent stuff to in the past. And
Right.
then I get to try some of the stuff in the Midwest that I couldn't get if my life depended
That's
on
great, man. And that's one of the things that I love about the craft beer community is you got guys who are always doing that. They're trading through the internet and sending stuff, across the country or maybe even to other countries and everything. And it's so cool that, everybody's just like helping each other out and just seeing what's out there.
That's it.
And there's a couple of haters, who are like, that stuff is garbage, whatever. Or, Chicago's got the best beer and everybody else's is crap, but very, very few. And I think it's great, and I think that, that love in the craft beer community amongst the drinkers definitely flows over into us as well. And like the whole craft beer industry and what we do with other breweries, we're definitely all about collaboration and we're very friendly.
I think
we're not really
collaboration-
competitive all that much. We help each
Collaboration's
other
the
out.
best
It's
thing
really
that you
good.
can do.
Yeah.
You get introduced to a different style and a different way of doing things. Sometimes, two styles come together and make something just truly special
Yep.
that maybe you couldn't do on your own because you just didn't have that other thought process that comes into play at the same time. So,
No, definitely.
So guys, we have 10 minutes left. We are going to put 10 minutes on the clock now for Summer Breeze. And once again, we want to ask you guys to get in on the Summer Breeze fishing trip. So if you'd like the fishing trip, say Summer Breeze, I'm in.
Summer Breeze, I'm in. It's for 6, right?
It's for 6
and
people.
5 friends.
You and 5
the fishing
friends.
trip, drinks. Real prize we got here. Let me read off the names real quick who I have. I have Mark Graves, Andy Crumman, PJ
Mark, again?
Ferraro, Kevin Romer, Harry Simons, Eric Nerb, John Verdensky, Rob Rodriguez, Robin Scanapico, Courtney from Cape May Brewing, and Nuno Rodriguez. Who else is in on this?
So let's get some more people in on that fishing
Angela,
trip.
welcome to Essential Guy Talk.
And everybody right now, one more time for the last 10 minutes of the show, let's share it. Share that live feed. Let's see if we can get maybe 60, 65 people in for the last 10 minutes. We got Ryan Zajac, Summer Breeze, I'm in.
All right, Ryan, got you here.
We have Mary Beth Hampel, Summer Breeze, I'm in. Nicole J. Williams is saying she needs to relocate. So
Damn right.
Nicole has also shared our feed once again.
Thank you,
For
Nicole.
all
Thank
of your
you.
support.
You're
See?
awesome.
See, we ask for the shares, and it happens. We got it up to 50 for a
Eric-
second there. So
Eric wants to know if he wins, are you coming with him?
who's that, Eric?
Eric Nerb wants to know if he wins, are you coming with
Oh,
him on the trip?
100%, buddy. If you want me to come with you, I will absolutely come. And I'll come bringing the beer.
I think Nicole wrote it awesome. The comments really are awesome tonight.
Yeah, they are
Look at
hilarious
Mark there with the fish.
Will you have it on tap? Richard Duffy said, Summer Breeze, I'm in. There you go.
Do they have beer on the boat, on the Summer Breeze boats?
You can bring beer
You can
on
bring
the boat.
beer on. So,
But,
Richard, head down to the Cape May Brewery first on your way home.
There you go.
Some beer, and then you can have it on tap.
Come down the day before.
So we
fill
have
up a
8 minutes
growler.
left. 8 minutes left.
Oh, Mike's asking if there are any cans in Cape May Brewery's future. I would love to get into cans, and it is definitely something that we're looking into. Definitely. At the moment, we do bottles, but cans, as far as I'm concerned, are just so much better for the quality of the beer.
Yeah,
really.
For the shelf life. So I definitely, definitely something that we're looking
And
into
it's
is
also
cans.
just
Yeah.
easier to transport. It's
Yeah.
less of a damage situation. You're not going to drop them and smash bottles.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
things
It's
like
not going to be broken glass everywhere. If anything, you might just like crack it open and you gush it all over, the television studio table or something.
Right.
At the very worst.
that. It's all good. You can just pay in beer. So you just keep bringing me bottles, and
Yeah.
we'll pay that off in no time. Don't worry about it. Bottles are better for the taste, Nicole J. Williams says. Well, it's debatable. I don't think so.
So cans don't let in any light at all, so you don't get
Right.
any
So you're not
skunking
gonna
on
have
them.
any skunking.
Yeah, and then also modern canning lines are better at limiting oxygen than most bottling lines are, and oxygen forces beer to basically stale and start to age right away. So if you can limit the oxygen, then you can the beer will be better as well.
Yeah, a little bit
so
longer life.
in that sense, so cans have definitely come into their own over the last couple of years to where they've surpassed bottles. And bottles, like we can't really go any further with that. But with cans, we've definitely taken another couple of steps within the industry that's made it so that they are actually now better than bottles for the most part.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think, and more people are getting into canning, which speaks to the fact that they expect that the can is going to be able to last longer at your house.
Yep.
You're not going to have to throw it into the fridge immediately. You can put it on the shelf for a little while, as long as it's not exposed to to hot sun.
Yep.
Or to studio lights.
Or to hot studio lights. Yep,
Jimmy
definitely.
House writes, beer is best in my
In my
belly.
in my belly. Get in my belly.
Bottles are good. Yeah, bottles are good for selling. Michael says.
So Michael
he's
is
right.
my
Yeah,
buddy
yeah.
that is from Chicago. He's the one that is talking about wanting to send us a Chicago Love box
All right.
in exchange for a Cape May box. So
All right.
if I get a Chicago Love box, then I'll bring it down to you and we can drink them all together.
That sounds
at
great.
the,
I'll send you back up with a Cape May Love box.
There it is.
Can
That's
man.
all it is. So-
Yeah, we can do that.
So
There's Mike Miles again. Mike is sticking to that red Solo cup.
Mike's funny. He says
He's
he
not
would
giving
drink.
up on that one.
He says he would drink it out of a boot if he had to. He doesn't care.
I know Mike. I'm sure he would. I have no doubt. I'm sure he has before in the past, possibly.
Yep.
Actually,
Yeah, he
so,
probably has.
yeah,
I can
yeah.
say he probably has. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Sometimes
KT said number one is the Cape May Brewery Growler.
Definitely. Growlers are great so long as you drink it right away.
Yeah,
and that's,
you gotta
that's,
drink
that's
fresh.
half a gallon that you got to drink as soon as you open
Yep,
it. Once
so-
you open it, you got to drink
you
it.
got to bring it to your friends.
Doesn't seem like
top
a
Yeah.
out
problem.
there.
Doesn't seem like a problem for either one of you guys.
Nope. I'm
No.
ready for some more. So
No.
if that gusher's still
yeah,
around,
yeah, yeah.
I want that.
Well, the bottle's almost empty now,
'Cause
actually.
a
So
third of it was on the floor.
this is, like I said, this is 9.5%. So I'm gonna go right up to there's the dregs. So
Beautiful.
Yep, no problem. That's.
But
the
like I
last
said,
one.
on Thursday night,
DJ
I went
Salute.
down to Chickies and Pete's, and they were serving Finally Legal, which Jim House shouted out before from Weyerbacher. And I drank a 13.5% 16 ouncer, and they were just shocked by that because nobody was grabbing 16 ounces of the nice heavy beer. But that's right in my wheelhouse. Nice. Somebody. Michael Peterson just posted this. Did somebody say beer?
Alrighty
Jim
then.
Carrey. That's great. Cheers to you,
Definitely.
Michael. Thank you for that one.
Good
Guys,
stuff.
the comments have been in rare form tonight.
Oh,
which I'm loving.
we got some.
It leads-
Chris is in on the boat trip.
Good
yeah, there you
stuff.
go. Chris is in. All right, once
Yeah.
again, guys, we got 4
There's
minutes
4
left
minutes
on the
left.
boat trip. Let's get in on it. So,
Can I say that I'm in?
Yes,
Can
you
I like? Do I need to
absolutely
get on my
can get in.
phone and
Yeah,
say
let
I'm
Jimmy
in?
All right, Jimmy.
No,
All right,
no,
but
you
Jimmy,
can be
I'd
in.
love to get on a boat.
So
and go.
Jimmy, I do want to say thank you so much for taking the time to come on up.
Hey,
here.
my pleasure, man. I've had a blast. This
good.
has been great.
Good.
Coming in here, having some good
Yeah, you've been
Let me
enjoying
go.
the beer for
And
sure.
in 3, 2, 1. I've had a great time coming up here, having some great food and some awesome beers and hanging out with you guys and making a mess of your studio and everything. This has been amazing.
We'll get you a mop before
Yeah.
you leave.
Okay,
No
all
problem.
right.
So-
Where's Mop Man? Where's Mop Man when you need him?
Yeah, right. So one question I do have for you is,
Not a problem.
who's some of your craft beer idols? Who are people that you've looked up to? in the game?
Oh, my craft beer idols. First and foremost, I'd probably have to say Garrett Oliver. Garrett Oliver is an amazing guy. Before I worked at Cape May, I worked at the Brooklyn Brewery for about 3.5 years. Directly under him, I was the production manager up there in Brooklyn, and got to work very, very closely with Garrett every day. And he's just an amazing guy. Just a wealth of knowledge. I remember when I applied for the job, and I was like, "Oh, send the email to Garrett. That can't be right. Maybe he's got a secretary or something."
Yeah.
And then he gives me an email back saying, "I'd love to give you a phone call." And I was like, "Garrett Oliver's gonna give me a call. Garrett Oliver's gonna call. Oh my god!" like nerding out completely. I already had all of his books and everything. He's definitely like one of my heroes, especially like the way that he makes beers. He's designing them from the viewpoint of I've got this idea in mind of what I want this beer to taste like, with some experimentation going on. I want to see what these flavors do, but he's so what's the word? Full of purpose in all of his beers and what he does. And he makes beers that are very well balanced. They're never going to be like, or they're not like ever like overly this or overly that.
Yeah,
they're always going to be very well balanced. And I really dig that. I really dig what he does. I dig what he's done for the whole craft beer industry as well. He's definitely up there. A name that not a lot of people know, Charlie Papazian. Charlie Papazian is actually the president of the Brewers Association. Nice. He wrote The Joy of Homebrewing, which was the first homebrewing book I got when I was 19 and living with my older brother and stealing his homebrew kit to brew my own stuff because his was garbage. Alex, I'm sorry, but it was. And I took over his kit and started making my own, and his was the book that I used to teach myself how to make beer using Charlie Papazian's book. Oh, God, who else is in there? Vinny at Russian River. Vinny is just so... He's so cool. He's so laid back. He's total genius. But like, if you ever like get a chance to like sit down and just like talk with him, he's not like he's almost the exact opposite of me. Like, I'm high energy. I'm like spraying beer all over the goddamn place. And Vinny is just cool as a cucumber. Nice. And it's so cool. Hanging out with that guy and having a couple beers is just a total.
We got
trip.
1 minute. Yeah. 1 minute until we're going to give away this fishing trip.
Let me
Let's get more people in. We have 19. We need to get more people in.
Let me read off by the way, PJ, read some of these comments about the men rompers. Mark Graves is going to wear one. Nikki Benke, rompers are for babies, not men. We got to let me go through this real quick. Let me talk about who's on the list. Let me know if you still want to get on. We got Mark Graves, Andy Crummins, PJ Ferraro, Kevin Romer, Harry Simons, Eric Nerb, John Verdensky, Rob Rodriguez, Robin Scanapico, Courtney from Cape May Brewing, Nuno Rodriguez, Ryan Zajic, Maribeth Hampel, Richard Duffy, Chris Maltatrat, Jimmy Vault, there he is, Michael Armaris, Abby Helmer, and KT Hillenbrand.
And now we have Justin Wolfson.
Justin Wolfson, you're on.
So come on, guys. Let's get in on it, get in on it, get in on it. You got just a little bit of time, and then we're going to give it away.
All right, 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's it. 10 seconds, and then we are closing it on out.
All right. The last thing Scott Armorato wants to see is Mark in a romper.
I agree. You're right, Scott. I'm right there with you.
There you go. My wife says that you should do the eating challenge in a romp him.
How am I going to fit in a romp him?
Mariah Peterson said me. I think that means she's in. So she got in the last second.
Peterson.
And Michael Peterson said Summer Breeze.
John Francis, how do I get in? So
you're
in,
John. John Francis is in. I'm going to give 30 more seconds because people are saying I'm in. Say I'm in, dummy. It looks like some people have been drinking along with us. Cheers
Let's keep
to
the
you.
abuse out of it, yeah.
You can verbally abuse each other. That's all right. Go ahead. This is a man show.
Nuno put Robert Deckard in, I guess.
Kevin Burr says I'm in. Yo here says Jay Zayak, so I guess he's in. Everybody is saying what they want to say. So I'm going to tell you about the trip one more time. So the trip is out of the Belmar Marina. It stays very local, so it is not crazy. It's not in, really high seas or anything like that. You're not doing any really deep sea fishing. But you're going to fish for fluke, or you can just drink some beers and hang out with your family. You're going to be out on the water, and you're going to enjoy yourself for 3 to 4 hours. So get in on this, guys, because you're going to really, really enjoy this process. If you see the picture, that's actually taken right off the side of the boat. Andy Crimmins, I love lamp. Cheers to you.
I love lamp.
Sounds like people are in rare form at 9:30 after watching the show for an hour and a half.
PJ, before we go over this, let's just one more time tell everyone about Domesticated Dad and of course about Cape May Brew Company.
All right, cool. So yeah, the people that gave away gifts today, Domesticated Dad is thedomesticateddad.net. We want to thank them for delivering food today. The food's been absolutely outstanding. I'm not just saying that because they delivered it. It is really, really tasty.
Yeah,
these poblano peppers are just off the hook, so you guys are going to have to enjoy some after the show. But they are absolutely terrific. So thank you so much for the Domesticated Dad. Nuno, you're going to have to use that gift card and go get yourself some breakfast.
Hey, my buddies Matt Schultz and Mike Bucci just got here late to the show. If you guys want in on the fishing trip, PJ will tell you all about it. Just put I'm in right now.
Yep, say I'm in.
You and 5 friends going fishing, drinks included. Tell them all about it, PJ.
All right, so once again, that fishing trip is a fishing trip for 6 out of the Belmar Marina. You're going to stay local to the Belmar Marina. You're not going to go out into the ocean, but you can bring family, you can bring friends, you can bring kids. Captain James Nunnally is here. He is the one that's going to be captaining the boat. So cheers
Thank
to
you,
you.
Captain.
Thank you so much, James, for giving us this as a gift to be able to give away to all of you. So it's Summer Breeze Fishing Trips, and it's a $360 value. So we're not giving away shabby little grand prizes. We're giving away
we're
the big
essential.
time.
We're essential, guys. Come on.
All right. So we're going to say 30 more seconds. Michael Ruzicchio, I think is the way you say the last name. Ruzicchio. He's in.
All right, so PJ, right now
Mike Miles, I'm in Summer Breeze.
All right, Miles is in. We just broke a record.
We just broke a record. So Summer Breeze is now our official biggest grand prize we've ever given away. So cheers to all of you. Thank you again.
Going out on a boat will do that.
In our young show here, right, with these entries, with these awesome prizes, this is awesome. This is essential.
Look, guys, I have to say, we have been doing this 1 month now under this new format. And in 1 month, we have gone from 2,200 live viewers to over 6,500 or 6,800 live viewers. And then 10,000 plus on our last viewer.
10,000, guys. 10,000.
10,000 plus. So what I
That's
want
amazing, guys. That's amazing.
It's the beer. Mark Graves says beer does
That's
that.
it. Beer,
beer does
brings
that.
people together. It absolutely does. That's why I wanted this to be a beer
and Tim
support
Tebow.
show. So guys, what I'm going to say to you is if you love this show, if you want more of the show, make sure you share it throughout the week.
We're getting lots of hearts, PJ. Lots of hearts.
We love you too. Thank you so much. So let's give away the prize now.
You ready? All right. So PJ, we have.
We have one more.
27.
Nope. We got 28 because John Crawford just said Summer
John's
Breeze.
in? Okay.
I'm in. All right. So we are officially now going to announce the winner.
All right.
So give me 1 second.
28.
28, guys. Great job on that.
Let's
28.
see. Who's going home with the boat trip?
Number 28!
28.
John Crawford gets
John
in by the
Crawford.
skin of his teeth.
John, for the rest of your life, you can officially never say, I never win anything.
Yeah, right? You just won a big, big prize,
He
John.
just got here like a few seconds ago.
And I'm getting on that boat with him.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
it's
bringing
like,
beer.
what is it?
I'm going on the
I
boat.
don't know. I'm in.
You're in,
I'm
too?
dead last. No, I was in, but I didn't win anything. That's all right, though. I don't think I deserve it after.
Thank you and
beer all over.
congratulations to John
Thank
Crawford. Everybody give a thumbs up to John Crawford and say congratulations.
Congratulations, John.
Way to go,
I
John.
appreciate all of you, participating in the live feed, especially with all your comments. You guys are nuts.
By the way, John.
And I love that about you.
By the way, John, if you can't find anyone to go, I have a whole list right here.
Yeah, I think you can find 6 people. So I just downed the rest of that because that's the end of the show, so we have to finish our beers,
Yeah.
right?
You got to finish
We're
it
not
up.
leaving until
AJ,
AJ finishes
yeah, we're not
the
leaving
beer.
I
until-
need hearts. I want some hearts. I want some
Throw the hearts.
All right,
Throw
all
the
right.
hearts. Throw the hearts.
Thumbs.
There we go.
Ziggy
I can do
Zaggy.
it.
Ziggy Zaggy. Oi, 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 oi.
One
Let's
more,
go,
guys,
AJ.
One more heart?
We got.
Ziggy Zaggy.
Oh, there's hearts.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Ziggy Zaggy, Ziggy Zaggy. Oi, oi, oi. There it is. All right.
Thank you, everyone,
Way to
for
go.
supporting the Essential Guys.
AJ is now going to get an Uber home, or else I'm going to take him home because he just drank about a quarter beer. So,
That beer had lactose in it.
so we're going to wrap things up. I just once again want to thank the Domesticated Dad for the food today. Thank you so much. Kate May Brewery for being our heroes and bailing us out with the interview today.
Not a
we were going to
problem.
have a different one. We had
Anytime.
set it up. Things happen, but life changes. And you know what? We have good people in our corner. So we have Jimmy here.
My
Thank
pleasure,
you so
guys.
much.
I had a blast. I had an absolute blast.
Jimmy's
going to
come back.
I'll come back anytime.
He's going to come back in mid-August.
Yeah.
I think.
We'll come
And
back.
we're going to talk about all the awesome stuff that's going on.
Yeah,
in the
because we
middle
got
of
like
the
a
summer.
lot of stuff going on that I can't wait to talk to you guys about in August.
So
It's
if you
going to be killer.
loved Jimmy on the show today,
Yeah.
give him hearts. Everybody hit it up with the hearts for the end of the show.
Let's hear the
Thank you
hearts.
so much,
Look at
guys.
him. Look at him. He's giving it right back. He's giving it right back.
There's a ton of hearts. for
Love you guys.
So
Aw,
thank you
look
so
at
much
that.
for tuning in. We are the Essential Guys. AJ, you got anything to say to everybody before we leave?
Thanks, everyone, for being out here. I guess I'm eating next week, right?
You are in the competition. So tune in Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Share it with all your friends. It's so good to be back. Peace.
They put my picture up on the wall at the bar. They said, you see this sucker, don't you take his check no more. He good for nothing. to see pain.